Hello folks, this is another Microsoft Excel video. This time the topic is the BODMAS rule. We've been introduced to the BODMAS rule before in maths. It's often referred to as the BODMAS rule, but it does exactly the same thing. We always start and we go from the left to the right. So we start with brackets. Anything in brackets is done first. Then we come to the O or the I if it's the BODMAS rule. This stands for orders. Then we do division and multiplication, and finally we do addition and subtraction. When we use Microsoft Excel, we normally have more than one operator, so it is important to know which part of that formula needs to be done first. And whatever part of that formula needs to be done first, you need to put it inside the brackets. So let's have a look and see how this works. Now, what we're using at the moment is just basically a maths Microsoft Excel spreadsheet, but it's really put together so that you can see how the bracket works. Now I'm going to scroll on down because I don't want the header, I just want to be able to see the calculation. So in our first destination cell, which is D5, I'm then going to work down through this formula. So it is 8 minus 3. And then I'm going to multiply that by 5. And I get the answer of minus 7. Because what happens first is the 3 is multiplied by the 5, and then that information is taken away from the 8. Let's see the second one when the brackets are put in. So we do this calculation first, which is 8 minus 3, which gives us 5, and then we'll multiply that by the 5. And this time you can see that we get an answer of 25. So although we're using the same numbers and we're also using the same operators, we end up with a completely different result. Now let's see that happen again in the blue area. So I start my formula, and this time I'm going to do 9 multiplied by 2, which is 18, and plus 2. And if my maths are right, that should give me 20. But when we put our brackets in, we end up with something completely different. So let's work that out. So 9 is going to multiply by something. This time it's 2, and it's going to be plus 2, which is 4. So 9 times 4 would be 36. So you can see from this simple demonstration of just using our numbers and our operators, it depends where your bracket has been put as to whether or not we get the correct or the incorrect answer. This will then end this video on the BODMAS rule.